Hi, this is Wanda, and thank you for coming to my channel, Surviving the Narcissist. I am a narcissistic abuse survivor. I went from being a victim to a survivor to a thriver, and now I am an overcomer. And the purpose of this channel is to help you, whatever stage you're in your healing journey. Can narcissistic abuse cause someone to commit suicide? Yes. Narcissistic abuse is psychological, emotional, and spiritual abuse. And the person that is abusing you, the narcissist, only cares about themselves, and they use words, actions, flying monkeys, gaslighting to manipulate your behavior and your emotional state. And one of the most damaging behaviors that the narcissistic uses is the value and discard. So during the devalue and discard, they use all those tools. You're not good enough. Who do you think you are? They devalue everything. They devalue your looks. They devalue your accomplishments. Nothing is good enough. Everything is a competition. So if you express things that you have accomplished or achieved, you will not get any positive validation because somebody else has already done it. They did it better than you. They did it. So everything is to devalue you. And when you're devalued, it causes anxiety. It causes depression. It causes fear. And that fear causes you to get stuck. Because people always say, well, why don't people just leave? Why don't people leave an abusive relationship? Why don't people just leave an abusive work environment? Because during the devaluation process, they make you feel that you can't go anywhere else. Well, who else would want you? If I don't want you, who else would want you? If you're such a bad worker here, well, you know you're not going to get a good reference from me. So who's going to hire you? And so that causes people to stay there, and it's a vicious cycle. And then once they devalue you, they discard you. Well, if you're such a bad person to be in a relationship with, well, of course I don't want you because you're not good enough for me. You don't do this right. You don't do that right. But it's narcissistic abuse because of the relationship. A core of a relationship is honest communication. And narcissists are honest. So if you have a problem, I have a problem that you don't consult with me when you make major purchases. I have a problem because I don't think that you take enough responsibility around the house. Well, then we can sit down and we can discuss it. They verbally abuse you and then they cheat or discard you because they wanted somebody that was better than you. So it's the same thing if you're in a toxic, a toxic relationship can not only just be a personal relationship, it can be a professional relationship. So instead of supervising you appropriately, because they probably don't have any supervisory skills because they're a narcissist. So narcissists just want to control and demean and discard you. They never say, well, I had a problem with your monthly report. And this is what the problem is. How can we correct it? How can we work to make this better? Because we are a team. And the purpose of a team is you have the small parts, which is the team, that make the whole better. So whether it's a whole organization like a job, or whether the members of a family, we want to make the family better. So how can we make the family better? Not you like triangulation, which you pit people against each other in the family. You use flying monkeys. Well, how can our family get better when our families is full of spies and flying monkeys that does the narcissist bidding? Also, when you look at suicide as being an outcome of severe narcissistic abuse, we talked about the different types of narcissists in a previous video. The malignant narcissist is sometimes referred to as a psychopath. And psychopaths come to steal, kill, and destroy. So if the end result of the abuse is that you commit suicide or someone commits suicide, that's what they get pleasure out of that. They'll pretend like, oh, this person committed suicide, this person had a nervous breakdown, this person relapsed, this person, the pressure was so severe they had to be hospitalized. Oh, so they'll pretend, but they really get satisfaction from when they accomplish their goal. That's the purpose of a narcissist, because then they can sit back and say, well, that person is weak. But see, I'm strong because I came out of narcissistic abuse and I didn't kill myself. I came out of narcissistic abuse and I didn't have a nervous breakdown. So everything is a comparison and a competition because their self-esteem is so low. And so they get affirmation from negative things. They get happy when people get sick. They get happy when people lose everything. Well, I still got my house, but you're homeless. I still got my car, but your car got repossessed. So, yes, narcissistic abuse can cause people to become severely depressed. And when you're severely depressed, you're in the dark and you're stuck. And you may see that the only way out of a relationship is through suicide. But that is not true. That is a lie. There is a way out of narcissistic abusive relationships. Get help. Call suicide prevention hotline. I'm going to put the number at the end of this video. Even if you just think about it, you need to get help. And when you get help from somebody who is a narcissistic abuse expert. And how you become an expert is because you live every day with narcissistic abuse. Because the only reason I describe myself as an overcomer is because I have tools to set boundaries. So I have, for me, this is me, because most of the narcissists are my family members, I never wanted to do no contact because I wanted to see my cousins and nieces and nephews or people that came behind me to see that you could have a new way to live or another way to live. But I have limited contact and I have strong boundaries. So if I know that you are a flying monkey and you're taking everything back to the narcissist or you're doing the bidding of the narcissist, I have literally no contact. But the only reason why I say limited, because by the fact that we just the holidays are called the hurricane season for people recovering. I might have wished you a Merry Christmas. I might have wished you a Happy New Year. If I hear that somebody in your family passed, I will call and offer my condolences. But I have strong boundaries because a narcissist will take that as an invitation to engage. So just because I said Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, that does not mean that we're going to continue to have a relationship. Or because I express condolences. I'm doing that because that's the right thing to do. But I have boundaries. So once again, if the narcissistic abuse that you are under is causing you to feel suicidal, get out now. If your job is causing you to feel suicidal because you have a narcissistic supervisor and it's all these flying monkeys on the job that are watching you, reporting back to the boss, want you to fail so they can have your position, get out now. Even if you can't get a job that's equivalent to what you're doing now, go to a temp agency. All work is honorable. Get a job so that you can pay your bills. Tell people what's going on. I need your support. Tell your bill collectors what's going on. Is there any way I can do a payment plan? But do not stay in situations where you are going through so much abuse that you are considering committing suicide. And until next time, peace and blessings.